It's time now to know the law, and joining us is Rachel Pappy, attorney and partner with Polston Tax Resolution and Accounting. And audits are in the news. We're hearing about them. It's that time of year, but this audit team here, you've done really well. You guys always do really well, but you have some stories to tell us, right?
No, absolutely. We're really excited. In January, we just finished January, and we have saved taxpayers $2 million in audits in January of 2017. We couldn't be...
In January alone?
In January alone.
Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about audits today. I know a lot of viewers have questions. Who gets audited? What's the likelihood of getting audited? And what do you need to do if you get audited?
And the truth is, you hear that word, and I literally, my heart just drops to my feet.
Yeah.
It does,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the first thing, if this happens, what should they do?
One, I'll say there's a little bit of good news, and that is that audits are on the decline right now. I can't say how long that might last for, but right now audits are on the decline, and they have consistently been for the last couple years. Part of that might be due to IRS personnel also being on the decline. So that may change rapidly, and partly we're expecting that. Maybe there might be a new surge of IRS personnel hired. Audits may quickly increase because audits and IRS personnel is the main arm of the government that collects money for the government. So we wanted to talk about a case that we had just that closed this month, where the IRS audited a client for 2011 and 2012 on their business.
Okay.
So the first thing I'd tell everyone who gets audited is that the burden is on you to prove everything. So before I became a tax attorney, I was an accountant, and at that time I thought the IRS is going to audit people to make sure that the tax return is correct. The IRS really doesn't do a lot of the work. They may select you, and I will say the people who most likely get selected are self-employed individuals, individuals with businesses, and business owners. They sort of fall into the same category. And then you might have some people who earn W-2 income, but they've taken a high number of deductions on their tax return. The reason is those tax returns the IRS can take and then start disallowing things that you've claimed as expenses. And if it's disallowed, that means it's income to you, and it goes back as income to you, back to the year that you owed it, plus the penalties and interest for all the years that have passed since then.
Okay, so this business owner, what happened with this?
Yeah, oil and gas business, there's a lot of components to any energy business, and this one was no different. The IRS came in, audited them for 2011 and 2012, and put together, the IRS said, we're disallowing a lot of your deductions, and you owe us $735,000, over $735,000 in taxes, penalties, and interest. So it has taken several years for us to appeal this case. We actually had to petition it to tax court and work with General Counsel's office at the IRS to finally get this resolved. If you think an audit is no easy matter, you are right. In this case, the IRS appeals officer, the attorney from the IRS, they wanted a reason for every single withdrawal from the bank account that was taken.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Every single withdrawal, they wanted a purpose for it, the job that was taken for it, what that expense went to, down to the penny. So our attorney we had several attorneys in our office, Nicole Benoni and Julie Peters, and also our CPA Whitney Craig, all working on this case. And after several years, they were able to save the client over $600,000, $626,613.60. And so the client couldn't be more thrilled. They ended up owing, with penalties and interest and taxes, it was just about $100,000.
That is what I'd call an audit success story. And then you have another one that's more of a personal story.
Yes. So we had a client recently who had a massive heart attack, went to the hospital. They were doing surgery on him, and some air got into his veins. The air went through his bloodstream to his eyes, and I'm not a medical person, so I'm not going to talk specifically about that, but he woke up blind. So he woke up from the heart attack fine, his heart was fine, but now he was blind. And like we see in so many of these cases, people owe taxes often because of something that happened to them, and in this case he couldn't work. He had been doing a job where, in many jobs, you need to be able to see to do your job. He couldn't work, his income went to zero, and he couldn't pay his taxes. He was getting disability income, and a whole slew of things happened. Well, the IRS just approved an offer and compromise for him and forgave him of about $250,000 or $175,000.
That's amazing. So again, it really does, it pays literally to contact somebody if you are getting audited. And as always, Rachel, you calm me down, because that word can put panic into our minds, but then I think, okay.
And it should.
Call Rachel. There are several ways you can get in contact with the Polston Tax Resolution and Accounting Firm. You can go on Facebook, Polston Tax, Twitter, at Polston Tax, Instagram, Polston Tax, LinkedIn, Polston Tax website, polstontax.com. So many ways. Always a phone number too, as you can see. Polston Tax Resolution and Accounting has 5 locations. Oklahoma City, Edmond, Norman, Tulsa, Wichita, or you can call them at 801-2146. And you're also assisting clients nationwide now. That's exciting.
That is right. We're helping clients all across the nation, and we couldn't be more excited.
Thank you.